Yo, how's everybody doing? Just bringing you guys another Company of Heroes commentary slash tips. It's gonna be a video of me actually playing, but the replay. Anyways, it's just me and my buddy of mine, and I'm gonna be discussing like strategy I did for this map, which is the Steel Pact. And as you see on this map, we have the fuel points basically down 3 fuel points here and 2 fuel points over here. And this map is very small, which basically yeah, makes it a hard match to fight for, because yeah, you gotta freaking hold all the points. Anyways, this is me starting off as Two-Faced, playing as Wehrmacht, playing with a buddy of mine called I'm No Tourist. He's playing as Wehrmacht as well. And we're just playing with two random people. They're both of them are PE players, Panzer Elite, Express, Tone X, and Bondman. Playing versus a Brit and 3 Americans. I don't know, I always confuse it. The British guys called There Will Be Huns and Just Be, along with Zero Cyan 1990 and Brownstain, which I guess means he has shit in his underwear. Let's begin the game. And so you see here, I'm gonna start how regular German players usually always start: two pioneers, tier 1, which is the Wehrmacht quarters. And yeah, my buddy's starting off the same, pioneer, Wehrmacht quarters. And what I'm gonna be doing on this map is I'm gonna make a medic bunker here, and basically put an MG in this building, and I'm gonna basically hold down this sector right here. Here, let me mark it down right there. Whoop, right here. I'll be holding that down right there, and just Volk spam. And with the medic bunker, we Volk spam. Basically, whenever your units die, the medic, he'll go out to the field, pick up the dead body, and then the injured body, and then bring him back to the bunker. And once you get 4 of them, you get a free Grenadier squad, and it costs no population cap, which is awesome. Okay, so here as you see the American Zero Cyan, he puts his engineer there, obviously giving me an indication that they're gonna make a weapon support center. And sure enough, here's a weapon support center here, and Zero Cyan is starting with the barracks. And this thing's going down on the right side. On the right side, my buddies, they're doing alright. Well, not my buddies, the random players, but they don't matter because I'm gonna be talking about me. And over here, as you see the Volks, I send them all the way to the back to fire because Volks are real good at long range since they have Kar 98s. They just basically, own everything at long range instead of close range. So it's just something you guys should keep in mind playing. And yeah, as you see to the left screen, all that shit that popped out, it's just that we got a player that was lagging the game. Because people like to play the game even though they know they have crappy computers for some reason. And I send my Volks all the way to the right, but then I send them back to the left, just in case the MG, 30 caliber that just went into this building decides to fire from the sides. I don't want my Volks being suppressed, forcing me to have to retreat. And then my second Volks arrive. I'm just shooting into the building. There's only one engineer, and I met an MG in there. And that MG's gone basically. I don't know why he didn't take it out to run away like he should have. We got riflemen over here. We did. Like if they're gonna save the day or something. So since I noticed he's trying to go behind the building, I send the Volks to the right, and I keep the Volks here to the left. He's got a Jeep out too. So now, see here I'm building a sandbag. The good thing about a sandbag is that as Volks, when you're behind green cover going against riflemen in the beginning of the game, they just own. Because, I mean, if you're a rifleman trying to charge Volks in the beginning of the game behind green cover, you might as well just walk away from it and go somewhere else because you're gonna lose that battle, pretty much. See here, I'm building a medic bunker already. A buddy of mine trying to deal with shit over here on the left. And you see that .30 caliber there. It's not being in use. That's just a glitch that basically left the machine gun there because my buddy took it out with snipers. And I got the bunker up. I'm gonna make it into a medic station. As you see, there it goes. And I'm using my pioneers to repair it. So you see the rifleman retreating. The jeep's still over here. He's using the jeep to use it as a line of sight, basically. And he has an MG. He put another MG back in the building. And as you see here, my Volks get suppressed and quickly take damage, forcing me to have to retreat. But it's no problem because these folks over here are gonna shoot this enemy out pretty soon. And you can see the medics at work already, coming over here to pick up the injured bodies. Let's see, told it. And then once they bring 4 of those in, like I said, you get a free Volks without a penalty to your population cap. So once I know my medics are working, doing their job, I don't care to send my Volks in to take damage from their engineers. Because I actually want them to die to get quicker free units. And over here, these are my Volks that retreated. And as you see, I went defensive doctrine, which basically allows me to reinforce from bunkers, and they also give me a greater line of sight. Not only that, once I have enough points, I could I could use I don't know, I forgot what it's called. I'll see right now later on in the game. So I move my Volks in since I know I have the medics covering me right here. I use the Volks to move in, basically try to do damage to that jeep. And then once I notice that mortar firing off, I move in my Volks even further to make some damage to those mortars. Because I don't want them to be hitting me, you know, or my buddy. We're trying to hold on the left side. And as you see, the PE player has a AT half track, which basically the AT half tracks, even though it's a light anti-tank vehicle, the advantages of them is that they can disable, using 35 munition, they can disable whatever they're shooting at, whatever vehicle they're shooting at. They basically disable something from it when you use it. I forgot what that perk is called, but yeah, like, you know, he'll shoot it, it'll either immobilize it, or it'll slow it down in some way, or it'll, you know, like that. And thanks to that more AT half track, my Volks almost got freaking annihilated. And there's a sniper here, my buddy uses a bike to kill it. Got mortar moving in. And if he would have continued, he would have hit this mine right here. Which I was hoping he would have. I mean, yeah, so he could take damage. Now the sniper's retreating. We got another MG coming out. And as you see here, I'm about to get a free Grenadier squad. See? With no cost to population cap, as I said earlier. Which is awesome. And I'm making my first vetted infantry units, which basically give me... I forgot what the first veterans... The first veterans he does, I forgot. I think it just gives me defense or something like that. I don't know. Not sure. If you guys want to look at it, you can go to gamereplays.org. And gamereplays.org, they have a forum where you can go to basically see anything, like all the strategies and what everything does, the damage, the health of units, you know, all that. Got an MG firing on the left. I got my first pack out along with tier 2, which is called the Krieg Barracks. And I got my Volks moving back in, all reinforced, ready to go. And now I'm bedding down to Vet 2. I think Vet 2 gives them the defense. I'm not sure. Then once you get to Vet 3, you automatically recover health over time. We got an M8 over here on the right side. And as you see, this building right here is a forwarded HQ. So this guy is just running around the building, reinforcing his units, healing himself. And over here I send my Volks to move into the left, basically flank him. Get rid of that MG right there. And as you see here, he has several MGs out. So what he did is he built an MG nest, a gun emplacement, and send in another machine gunner in there. So that way the machine gun nest basically has two ways which it fires from the front and from the left. Or it could also switch to the right side, which makes pain in the ass. We got a Puma out by my buddy here. And that Pumas are real good at dealing with infantry units. And over here I have my Grenadiers. They have a Panzerschreck. I try to move to the right and take out this MG nest, but like I said, pain in the ass. It freaking starts firing at me, forcing me to have to retreat. And I have my first mortar out, and my pack is concealed. And we got a Jeep over there again. Don't know why. So I ordered my mortar to start firing. And mortars, when they're vetted, when they have the first veterancy, I think it gives them a greater line of sight. But anyways, once they reach veterancy 3, they do double the damage. And what I like about German mortars is that they also have a farther reach than the American mortars. The American mortars have a shorter reach, but they do more damage. But the thing about it though, like I said, once you're vet 3 for your German mortar, then you just basically own anything, because you know the damage goes up by a lot. Now my buddy put an MG in that building. And I still have my 2 Pioneers in here since I don't even need them. I just have them there to be guarding, I guess you could say. I got my Volks in the road. Got both of my Volks, and then I see that Sherman. I know I gotta retreat. And as you see, my buddy, we were in Ventrilo, and I was telling him to use his Pumas to come down this way. And I have my pack there, so he basically lured him into ambush, as you could say. And once I saw the Allied war machine go up, I immediately ordered my pack to stop firing. And I started making my Grenadiers go from side to side, so that way if I kill his tank while he has this Allied war machine on, it's gonna give him the tank brand new. It's gonna give it to him. It's gonna give it to him free, which I don't want to do. So once I see it come off, I order the pack to start firing again, but it gets shot. Then my infantry starts firing its Panzerschreck at it, and yeah, basically it's gonna die now. And I don't know why, every time a tank is in its last few health before it dies, it always takes a long time to kill for some reason. Very annoying. So on the right side we got a Stuart out by the British. Stuart is a light tank. It's good at dealing with infantry and light vehicles, like half-tracks. And over here on the left, even though I'm outnumbered, I don't care. But then, you know, the Puma's down here too, so those Pumas are going to be forced to retreat. They have no other option. Yep, and there they go. I still have my mortar firing it off at whatever I can see. Then I send my infantry to the right side. And Panzerschrecks usually their first shot always misses a vehicle. I don't know why, even though they're vetted down. But this second shot is gonna the second shot's gonna get this Jeep. Boom! There it goes. It's gone. You can see the guy flying out of the Jeep. He's dead. Shit hit the fan for him. Take out that MG nest, and then I move my infantry further in to try to see what's there. And I'm gonna do that in a little bit, I guess. I don't remember much. Yeah, see, moving in, and then forgive me for that. My phone rang. I forgot to put it on silence. So, where was I? Yeah, I was talking about the Grenadiers coming over here, and then I retreat them. And Pumas are just firing at those riflemen. And look how quick they just make work of those riflemen. All the Pumas gotta do is run a little bit back, keep firing, and just harass the infantry. And over here, as you see, the Sherman is immobilized. Like I said earlier, the AT half-track basically has a perk which allows you to do that. So now it gives the Hotchkiss, which is a shitty tank if you ask me, the ability to be able to destroy that Sherman as he just did.
We have captured our location.
So now we have the road all mined up. We got I made another medic bunker for him. I mean a repair station. Got another pack out, mined up, making a Flak 88. So now I'm just gonna make it hard for the Americans to even be able to roll in the tanks. And Flak 88 has an amazing range, like real long, such a long range, and it does real good damage, and it has good penetration. And to all you dirty-minded people, don't be thinking about penetration in another way, please. I don't want to see in my comments talking about penetration, but sex. And as you see, the Flak 88 fired at that tank, causes a lot of damage, and I move my pack over here, camouflage it, to basically not allow I forgot what I was gonna say. I think I have see, I even forgot the name of that disease. Ain't that some funny shit? Alzheimer's disease. There you go. This whole time I was trying to think of the name. Anyways, that Flak 88 is firing. It's doing a lot of damage, and I vetted down my my Flak 88 to Vet 1, and I'm making currently right now Veterancy 3 for my infantry. And as you see here, whenever your infantry is suppressed, you don't have to retreat necessarily. You can just walk down a little bit, and you'll be fine. You'll be off of suppression. So let's go back to the right side. And over here to the right side, I sent my Volks to try to help them out. But they're doing a good job, you know. They're fine. They don't need my help, really. The only thing though, the British, once they have a mortar out, it's just, you know, a pain in the neck, really. Like, you know, once that mortar gets firing, and if the British decides to go artillery doctrine, the mortar gets an extreme long range, like ridiculous range, so it could hit anything, you know, within its original outer limits. I don't know if that makes any sense. So now I'm camping the middle munition, and yeah, as you see, my infantry vetted down to 3. I'm just using my oh great, my phone. So as you see, the flak still firing off. Oh, and I forgot to mention, when the flak is firing, you could also make it hit the bushes. That way you can knock down, you know, basically knock down the bushes, which will, as you saw here. So that way I could fire into his base. That way he can't be hiding back here. Which is the good thing when you have a flak 88. Use the long range to your advantage, you know. Play by your game, by your rules, not his rules. Or their rules, whatever. So the Hotchkiss, you know, it's firing its Nebs, Nebel Warfare. I don't know, such a crappy tank. And over here, as you see, I'm just running around with my Volks. And since the forward HQ for the Panzer Elite, he has this upgrade which basically allows your units to be healed when you're near a forwarded HQ. Which is a good way actually to be aggressive with the Panzer Elite. Since the Panzer Elite is mostly an aggressive faction, not really to camp out. And you see Sherman's over here moving to the right side, and then they back up, and then they move forward again. So now, me and my buddy, we're not really drawn to the left no more. We're kind of in the right side, and I'm trying to help him out over here. And my buddy's still over here firing his Nebels off. Nebels are real good for suppressing down infantry and burning out emplacements, such as the gun emplacements that were here earlier. They have incendiary damage, which basically stays lit for about 8 seconds. And he's firing off another one. And this, and like I said, it causes suppression to the infantry and damage, as you see here. Yeah, that mortar that was right there is gone now. So it's not useful. And I sent my grenadiers to the right because this place was being kept down, but no biggie. He's dead. And for some reason this AT is just right there firing, even though my Flak 88 is at its range. So it's gone. Now that the tanks are moving in, my pack starts firing, my Flak starts firing, and he upgrades to Allied War Machine, as I said, and he's going to lose these 2 tanks, and he's going to have them back over here, as I'm going to show you guys right now. See, look, now he has the 2 tanks that he just lost are back at his base, free and ready to use, and he called out a Calliope as well. Calliopes are real effective against infantry, and now with this new patch, they're very good at taking out armored vehicles as well. They do a lot of damage to them. So the Calliope trying to fire at my Flak 88, but you know, you usually gotta barrage it like 2 to 3 times before it you'll actually take out my Flak. So I'm moving grenadiers back to the right side. They're firing off again. Got my mortar up here in the front since I know it's covered by the MG and the Flak 88. And if any vehicles decide to actually make it through, they're gonna run into 4 mines, which is gonna freaking just destroy any tanks they might have. So now his Shermans are moving in an attempt to take out my Flak 88, which they do. And it's gone. And now he has the Allied War Machine on. And as you see here, I'm gonna stop firing. See there? I stop firing, and I'm gonna just wait till the Allied war machine symbol takes off from his head, and then I'll go ahead and order my pack to begin firing again. And then you see a lot of 3 more tanks moving in, but it's okay because I still got this pack over here to the right side. And then I ordered my pack over here to start firing again, because even though they have Allied war machine, I don't care. But the funny thing about it is that it's about the Allied war machine is about to run out, and he just loses his tanks for no reason, as you're gonna see right here. See, he is not getting those tanks back at all. And then, oh shit, Calliope! And he took out all of our mines, but the pack still remains. And then another fires off. And over here to the right side, I sent my Grenadiers to fire off at that Sherman, which they managed to take out. And as I mentioned earlier about my perks that you get when you select Defensive Doctrine, here is one of them. For the Fatherland, costs 45 munitions whenever you're in your territory. All your infantry, including vehicles, whatever it is you have, does extra damage for a short period of time because they fight a lot stronger. And then you have registered artillery, and then you have 280mm rocket barrage, which you're about to see right here, which I'm going to use to take out that 25-pounder. And those infantry there got real lucky that they didn't run into my rocket barrage as they should have. So now we destroy the base over here on the right side, but then the Calliope fires off, destroys my Grenadiers, which sucks. Then on the right side we still got Calliopes firing off over here. My buddy built a Flak 88. And I don't know why he moved in with his Pumas. I guess because one of his Pumas had a anti-tank upgrade on it. Calliope firing off again. It can be quite a pain in the ass. Then I got my Volks just sitting here for the meanwhile. Then I got another free Grenadier squad over here. And I'm making another pack, and I have my 2 piles sitting on the right side because I'm gonna build tier 4, as you see here. And Panzer Command, that allows me to build Panzer tanks, Panthers, and Ostwinds. Ostwinds are good for dealing with infantry and light vehicles. Panzer 4s, or Panzers, I don't know if they're Panzer 5s or 4s. They're good for dealing with both infantry and vehicles. And Panthers are, of course, just good to deal with armor, because they do a lot of damage. They have a lot of penetration behind their mounted weapon on the tanks.
We have a lot of incoming fire.
So those Calliopes are having a hard time taking out those Flak 88s, and I move my boats to the left side in an attempt to basically just move in and harass the American player a little bit. But he has his engineers, which he's about to lose. And then, as I mentioned earlier, Calliopes are good against infantry, and as you see here, I lose an infantry squad, along with almost losing my few remaining Grenadier squad. I got my Grenadiers over here trying to fight the British tanks, but it doesn't work out well because I only have 1 Panzerschreck and 1 squad anyways. So it forces me to have to retreat. And artillery firing off from the Hummel, the Hummel is what one of the PE players went. Hummels are basically self-propelled artillery pieces, which sort of like what the British have. The British, when the British select the artillery doctrine, they can also call out self-propelled artillery, which is mobile artillery pieces. So I'm building here another Flak 88, but I'm gonna have to cancel it because Calliope fires off into it, as you will see right here. So that I just simply stop building, retreat my pioneers, and then I just cancel the building so I won't lose my manpower and fuel that I invested in it. Calliope firing off at those infantry, forcing them to retreat. And he got really lucky that that Calliope didn't really hit directly as it should have, because those infantry would have been a lot smaller by now, even though he's retreating. So see, I have a Panther out already with a Vet 1. And by the way, when you upgrade to veterancy, it costs manpower and fuel. So just keep that in mind. And what my friend is saying here on the left, he says, P player Berg please. Panzer Elite basically has the ability to build a Berg Tiger tank, which is basically, instead of having a mounted weapon on it, it has like a mounted repair station on it. Which basically, like this wreckage right here belongs to a Panther, which means the Tiger tank, the Berg Tiger tank could roll in, pick this up and repair it, and basically giving you another free unit, sort of like what the medic does when it picks up injured infantry. This is basically a wreckage which it could use to refurbish and make it into another tank. Not another tank, same tank, just bring it back from the dead, basically. And as you see here, instead of me firing at the Calliopes, I want to take out that tank depot to prevent the Americans from further building Shermans or M10s. And then once that's destroyed, I start firing at the Calliopes. And I don't know why it's just staying there. It should have been moving to the right side like these did over here, but whatever. And I see the rifleman coming in, so I moved back because I knew he was gonna try to plant a sticky bomb on me. So I just keep moving back and back, which is the capability the riflemen have. The sticky bomb has a high chance of disabling one of my tanks. Features. It could disable the engine, it could immobilize me, or it could disable the main weapon on it, which is the you know, the freaking turret, whatever. So my buddy has a sniper moving them in just so we could get a good look at what they have in order to prepare for the worst. So my buddy loses his Panther, but no big deal because I still got the Flak and a Panther over here. And I have another Panther that's about to be built. And I have my Pioneers repairing the bunkers. That way, because of all the damage they took from the Calliope barrages throughout their game. And over here I move my infantry to fire off at that command truck, which is the British truck, which basically it allows them to build armored vehicles. And the Calliope fires off, so I'm like, oh shit, gotta retreat. And I managed to use a 280mm barrage on this, And look at those riflemen, look what's gonna happen to them. Boom! You can see all the pieces flying off. And they're basically almost gone. Only 2 squads left. One of 1 unit and another one of two units. So by this, the game's almost over. We won basically. I mean, they have no chance of coming back. Especially since, being honest, they didn't really use their armor as they should have. You know, if they saw that I had a Flak 88 here along with packs, I would have sent all my armor to the right side and dealt with the PE players. That's just what I would have done. So that way, see, if you send tanks over there to the right, it forces us to have to help out our teammates. So we, in return, would have sent units over here, and it would have distracted us from the left side. So in this game, like I said, you gotta improvise. You gotta really use your units well. You gotta strategize. And as you see on the left screen, one of the players dropped, which is the British player dropped. He just decided to quit since he knew what time it was. He knew it was time to drop. Game's over. Calliope firing off again. Destroys one of the... Look at that. Look at the power of the Calliopes. They just have immense power. They're awesome. So over here I have my 2 Panthers firing off at this tank depot. And as you see my teammate saying GG, because he already knows game's over. Calliope's still trying to fire off, do damage to those vehicles from the PE player. And that weapon support center's gone already too. Sniper firing off at those engineers. And another player drops. Got a Flak 88 right here again with sandbags to protect it. They're reinforced. The cool thing about going defensive too is that you could build a medic bunker. Like, for example, you could have like 2 Nebels next to the bunker along with the flag, and you could just, whenever it loses an infantry unit, you could just reinforce it non-stop. So that's cool to do, because that way you don't have to worry about losing the unit, and then you don't even have nothing to... You have to use regular infantry to fill in the positions of this, which makes going defensive fun. And the game's over now. So like I said, a couple of things the Americans could have done is send tanks to the right side instead of trying to send in tanks to the left, even though we had a Flak 88 earlier along with packs, MG, and a medic bunker. You know, and here's the Berg tank that I was talking about earlier, and it's called the Berg Tiger Repair and Recovery Vehicle. And right here, all it has to do is go up to a wreckage, pick it up, and it could repair it. But it has to be one of the team's wreckages. It can't be a random American wreckage or British wreckage. It won't work. But oh look. You can see Panzer Shreks firing off right here. Then we're going to probably knock down this bush and move in behind it and take out all of this over here. So I'm sure he was going to do. But yeah, thanks for watching. Let me know what you guys think. Remember to rate and comment. And sorry for the phone ringing earlier. And oh look, got a Jag Panther for the P player as well. These are pretty cool, but what I don't like is that they could easily be, you could easily just use an American M10, run around it and shoot at it, and since it doesn't have a rotating turret, then it's basically screwed. You would have to back it off and send it to your base to prevent it from being destroyed. Well anyways, you guys have a good one, and I'm out. Peace.